Silas Neal 90 feet away from doubling this Carmel lead. J.D. Stein with a 3-1 count. Next pitch to him is bouncing ball up the middle. Gloved over at short. No play will be made. J.D. Stein is just too fast for Mayo Fernandez, and it's a 4-2 Hounds lead.
For WIUX Sports, I'm Noah Boudouris inside Simon Scott Assembly Hall as Indiana men's basketball comes off 13 days of rest to get to the full swing of the Big Ten Conference season. Tonight, they host the Washington Huskies in their third conference game. The Hoosiers, who are coming off a Tucker DeVries double-double, are winners of their past two, both games in which the Hoosiers were actually outscored in the second half.
Good evening and welcome inside the booth. I'm Noah Boudouris, joined alongside Andrew Heatson, and it's a pleasure to be with you here tonight for coverage of Week 7 Carmel Greyhound football on CHTV. The Carmel taking on the Ben Davis Giants, and this is a historic rivalry dating back over a century, but the current matchup total is 25-25, also a really exciting sort of rubber match here tonight between these two historic teams.
Only 6 points separate the bottom of the East from the top. We'll be talking about that and a whole lot more on this week's edition of the Dump and Chase podcast presented by the Hoosier Network. I'm Noah Boudouris with Noah Seuss and Jack Rizzo. Fellas, we are back in our usual 4 o'clock on Thursday slot. How's it feel? Last thing I want to say with this Blues team is the goaltending issue is similar to the 2021-22 season where Bennington just did not look good. But on the flip side of that, you had Ville Husso, who was playing fantastic as a backup goaltender. This year, Joel Hofer has a .502 goals against right now. And so the issue is, like, you're playing a back-to-back tonight. Last night, Bennington gives up 5 goals to the Capitals. You're not going to play him again tonight. And so you're almost guaranteeing yourself back-to-back losses because your only other option is a guy who's giving up 5 goals a game.
Well, Indiana has remained undefeated so far this season due in part to their offense. They were averaging almost 100 points per game through their first 3. Now, since games against Lindenwood and Incarnate Word, that average has dropped to 88 points. On the flip side of the ball, the Kansas State defense has struggled so far this year, giving up 71 points or more in all but one of their games. Now, the Wildcats have not had to worry about defense much this year. Why? A young man named P.J. Haggerty is leading the nation with 28 points per game to go along with 5 rebounds and 6 assists.
New set of downs, flea flicker play. Goss airing it out deep downfield. He's got a wide open man. Is he in? Yes, he is. Stapleton finds the end zone. And Ben Davis on their way to knotting this thing up at 7.
I just said that about the Ducks, where it's like I am surprised that they're still this good. But at this point in the year, when you're 30 games in and at 39 points, they're looking pretty good. Like you've reached so far into the season where if you fall off, it's a surprise.
Yeah.
It's no longer a hot start, it's a collapse.
Indiana cruises to their 10th victory of the season as they take down the Siena Saints 81-60. The Hoosiers were outscored in the second half for the third time in as many games. But Lamar Wilkerson's 23 points lifted the Hoosiers to another victory.
To deliver pitch 3.
The 1-1 is skied out into left field. Backing up could be a tough play.
Potentially
That'll fall for a base hit.
Just out of reach of the left field.
Cruising into second base is Harris. That's an RBI for him. Ramsey couldn't handle the gray skies, and Carmel takes a 3-2 lead.
The Hoosiers hold on for their first win of the calendar year, third consecutive and second on the Big Ten season as they take down the Washington Huskies 90-80. Lamar Wilkerson went the distance tonight, playing all 40 minutes and leading the Hoosiers in scoring with 22 points. Connor Enright was an assist away from a double-double as the Hoosiers were able to keep turnovers down and rebounding up. The Hoosiers will take a shorter break than last time as they head out to Maryland for a Wednesday night tip against the Terrapins. Until then, I've been Noah Boudouris for WIUX Sports.